What is up, all you beautiful people? My name is Noah Nelson, and welcome back to another episode of The Noah Project. Episode 1 was a huge hit. I'm surprised a lot of you actually liked it. So, if you guys like this episode, please continue to like it. Share with your friends, of course. And yeah, I have a lot of good content today, so please stay tuned for that. And without further ado, let's get right into the episode. Alright, so today's topic of discussion will be doing the hard things in life. Now, as we all know, life is very hard, and with that, it requires us to do things we don't really want to do. And it sucks, but it's just life. And I feel like more often than not, we all want to sit in a place of comfort, a place that is familiar to us. Now, it's nice to be in that comfort space, but the thing is, though, is we have no stimulus to change. In order to change, we need to get a little uncomfortable. We need to shake the cage a little bit. Now, Denzel Washington phrased it perfectly. He said, to get things we've never had before, we got to do things we've never done. Now, I probably butcher that quote, but it's a powerful quote and it connects with every facet of life. So in order to get something you've never had, to reach your goals, to be successful, you have to do those hard things. You got to step out of your comfort zone and do those things that you don't really want to do. It sucks, but like I said before, it's life. Nothing is just going to magically appear on your lap. And you can't expect it to happen like that either. That's just not how the world works. So you got to put in the hours and do the work. Well, so how can you make yourself do those hard things? And first, I think we should just stop thinking about things in the now, right? And what I mean by that is that I feel like we are so hyper-focused on getting the reward now that we don't see the reward in, I don't know, a year time or 2 years time. You know what I mean? So stuff just takes time to develop, and we have to understand that. We have to have patience and persistence. Got to keep chipping away because nothing is instant. Almost everything is instant. So I'm training for an Ironman in the fall, and you have to put in the hours to be ready for an Ironman. You can't just have one training session and be done and think you're ready for something like an Ironman. It takes time. And one thing that's been helping me a lot get through all these trainings is thinking about things in terms of my future self. And what I mean by that, I ask myself this question. What is something I can do today that my tomorrow self will be happy of or grateful for? And for me right now, that thing is training. So when I come home from a long day of work and I don't really want to work out, I ask myself, what can I do now that myself tomorrow will be grateful for? And that is doing a training session. Because the Ironman in the fall is going to happen whether I'm ready or not. So I better do those trainings beforehand so I'm prepared for it. So I give myself a little gift in the future. And you can apply it anywhere in life, this philosophy, right? I mean, for me in school, right, I could sit here and be like, okay, if I do this paper now, will myself in 3 hours be grateful for this? And more likely than not, you're going to say yes. So I might as well just do that paper now and eliminate all the procrastination, all the stress that I'll have by not doing it up until, 3 hours later. If I do this workout now, if I do these 5 extra sales calls now, you can literally do anything now. If I do these things now, will my future self tomorrow be grateful? And more likely than not, you're going to say yes. And if not, then don't do it. And if you can't do it for yourself, do it for someone else. Now, let's say you're overweight and your doctor says you have 4 months to live. And you really want to walk your daughter down the aisle on her wedding day. You got to make some life decisions if you want to do that. Because that wedding's going to happen whether you like it or not. And I hate to phrase it like that, but that's an example of doing something for someone other than yourself. And, I could apply it in school, right? So college is the first step into real life, they say. So I'm putting all this stress on myself to perform, to do all these things in hopes of having a wonderful career. Now, I'm doing it not because I want, these lavish houses, cars, money, all that stuff. I'm doing it to provide for my future family. Not only my future family, but my family now. Right? So when I get out of school, can I provide for them? Can I help out the best I can? So having purpose, whether it's for yourself or other people, can help you get through those hard times and hard things that life requires us to do. You need some conviction, something to pull you when you're dragging your feet because you're so tired and you don't really want to do those things you don't want to do. Recognize what keeps you going and cling on to that, because it will help you get through a lot of things in life. Life is very hard. I'm going to keep saying this a lot throughout the whole course of this podcast show, but life is difficult and you need everything you can get your hands on to push you forward. That's all I have for today. This is a very short episode. Hopefully I can get to a point where I'm doing interviews with people to where they're longer episodes. The goal is like hour-long episodes, but for now we're going to have to deal with shorter episodes. But like I keep saying on and on, if you guys like this episode, please show it some love. Give me some feedback. I'm more than willing to hear it. And as always, love yourself, love one another, and God bless. Bye.